Hi, Moffat Mustangs. Mrs. Trigueros here, your principal for another edition of Moffat TV. And today we get to talk about part 2 of responsibility. Last week we did part 1, but we wanted to do part 2 of responsibility and talk about why it is important to be responsible. But before I do that, I want to make sure to give an awesome shout out to Jason and Mr. Santana's class. Way to go, Jason. I'm sure you're completing your work and attending all Zoom sessions. Victor and Mrs. Wharton's class. Way to go, friend. We're so proud of you for being responsible. Melanie and Mrs. Leguizamon's class, and Cassandra and Mrs. Delgado's 5th grade class. Awesome work, friends. So I forgot to introduce my faithful partner,
Miss Feliciano, your elementary student support specialist.
Awesome. So last week we did talk about being responsible and making a plan. Do you remember that? And if you haven't watched it, you can go back and watch it. But we talked about how it's important to make a plan when we're trying to complete our classwork especially. And even if you're in kindergarten, you can think, what am I going to do first, second, third, and then make a plan. And we made a list and we used our scented markers to cross it off, because crossing it off is always one of the fun parts. So today we want to really focus on the why. Do you know, students, that you are in charge of your own learning and success? That is one of the biggest reasons why it is important to be responsible, because it puts you in charge. It's not your mom's or your teachers or your dad's or your grandma's responsibility. It's your responsibility.
You are responsible for your own learning. And when we practice responsibility, you can learn and be successful in everything that you do. And now more than ever, okay, we need to practice this. We don't have control over a lot of things that have happened in this year, right? And sometimes we feel really frustrated about that. And we don't control who we get to see, and we can't control where we learn. We have to learn at home now. We're learning on iPads. Our classroom is an iPad now. Who would have thought that? I mean, really, right? You can't imagine. But even though we don't have control over those things, we do have control over our ability to learn. Yes. And our ability to be successful.
Yep, and I love that. And if you look right here, knowledge is power, and that is forever. Even your teachers, moms and dads are still learning. As you sit in class, as you do your homework, as you're on your iReady lessons, I want you to be able to answer those 3 questions that are listed there. Number 1, what am I learning today? You need to understand, what are you learning? Why are you learning it? Why is it important? If it's reading, you want to learn to read, and so that you can read to learn later. How will you know if you've learned it? So really think about those questions as you go through your day, and your teachers are probably talking to you about those as well. When you're responsible, again, you are in charge. You are independent, and others know they can trust you. So Miss Feliciano was in a classroom today, and she wanted to share what she saw and how amazing it was. Go ahead, Miss Feliciano.
I was so proud to see this. It was a 1st grade classroom, first of all. So 1st graders, you guys are 6 years old, right? And the whole class was so responsible when the teacher told everyone to take out a specific paper and a specific book. Every single one of them knew what to do. Wow. Not a single student needed to ask a grown-up for help. Wow. No one turned on their microphone to say, I don't know which one it is. Everyone knew where it was and what to do. For being 1st graders, that was a huge skill for responsibility. And that's what's so important right now, is how much responsibility skills you are gaining during this really challenging time. It's incredible.
It is incredible. And because you are having more time, it has to be your responsibility. Even when you're 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, it's not your mom's job to get you up in the morning. It's not your grandma's job to give you a pencil. You know, when you come to school with your iPad, you're going to have all of your materials ready. You're sitting up, you're ready to learn. So being responsible is going to help you succeed in this, especially because we don't know how much longer this is going to last, where we're learning. Who knew we were going to school online? But anyways, You are amazing. This is going to help you succeed. And then you can say this, right, Miss Feliciano?
Yes.
I did
it.
Okay. So when you are responsible, you have the power to learn and to be
successful.
So we love you. Keep going. Please make these plans for responsibility. Remember, it's up to you. You're in charge. It's awesome that you have control over your own learning. So choose that. And we can't wait to see you next time. So on behalf of Miss Feliciano and all of our Moffitt friends, bye. Enjoy your week. We love you, okay? Take care.